so nervous. It's been way too long. Like, this feels wrong. I feel like I shouldn't be... I shouldn't be streaming. Freaking... I don't know how long it's been. I mean, since I pressed the stream button, like, maybe a few months ago, but, like, since I actually done a stream where I played a game... Damn, it's probably been a year. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Usually whenever I start doing a live, something bad happens. So, I'm expecting that much. Anyway, yeah, no, from the title, I'm sure y'all know, we're gonna be playing AltVerz. Nothing crazy, just gonna be playing AltVerz. I want to, because I've done the whole adventure, right? I want to see if we can, how far we can get in Endless. I've been playing Crimson Front's Endless, a lot recently. So, I don't know if we want to do that, see how far I can get. Or we can go to, just any other world, something that might be more interesting, like, I don't know. I would think, like, maybe Big Wave Beach would have some interesting plants that we would want to get. Because here's the thing, I don't find Endless interesting unless, like, some plants are, like, you know, more important than others. You know what I mean? Like Ancient Egypt, for instance, is kind of boring just because the only plant that you would be, like, really ecstatic about getting would be Gravebuster. But here, you know, there's, like, quite a few options. Like, we got, you know, Blockily and all that. I don't know. I think we're just gonna go do Crimson Front. Just because, you know, it's new. It's fresh, it's peak. And I enjoy the music there. So, let's get started. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, let's see what we get first. I don't like these options. I already hate them all. Listen, I'm trying to make Electric Pea Shooter work in Endless, but by the time you get to wave 30, it's kind of hard to put him down. Even though he is, like, probably the best, or at least a very incredible piercer. Though, according to our other options, he's probably the best option out of these. Yeah, screw it. Okay. Yeah, you get free money out of this. Okay, might as well go ahead and pick these guys. Yep. This music's kind of loud. I don't know if that's how that's translating in the stream. Yeah, no, it could definitely be a little bit further down. How's this? Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, we should probably, like, look at the plants now to see what I should be bringing in. I mean, this is already pretty okay. Screw yeah, let's do that. Not bringing in Bartholomew, as funny as that would be. Unfortunately, he is not gonna have much use. I already have 3 attacking plants in the lineup. I don't need a 4th, and I'd rather not replace anything else. Anyway, yeah, no, how are y'all guys, you guys doing? personally for me, been a little bit rough. I did quit my job recently. I don't know if that's something I should be saying, but no, I had to quit. I was for those of you who have been, you know, in the loop, I was a produce clerk. And the thing is that it wasn't the, you know, all the lifting that I had to do that was just a pain in the butt. It was more so the fact that, I don't know how I want to phrase this, because I feel... Okay, well, basically, the gist of it is that my mom, she got a pretty, you know, high position in the place I was originally working in, where I was also a produce clerk. More so, I was a fruit cutter. But then I got switched over to... I had to transfer because, you know, my mom got a higher position there. They don't want, you know, me getting, like, quote-unquote extra favors just because my mom works in the same building as me. So yeah, no, I got transferred. It was a 20-minute drive to work every single day, which was fine. Until you take into consideration that my manager, kinda just didn't acknowledge that I had to sleep. I was getting shifts very frequently where okay, so first off, I told him I was fine with, you know, working as a fruit cutter and produce clerk, because over at the other store, I worked both of those. Also, I'm just now realizing how hard it is to focus on the game as I speak. That's okay. Haven't put one of these guys down yet. But yeah, no. Just like... Basically... didn't acknowledge that I need to sleep, so fruit cutting shifts were, you know, from 5 to 1 a.m. And produce clerk shifts could start from, you know, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So what would end up happening is that he would schedule me for fruit cutting shifts first on the weekends. Sometimes... okay. It was less... It wasn't on the weekends yet. I don't know how to phrase it. Sorry. It wasn't like... At first when I got there, it was just fruit cutting shifts. Right? And then later down the line, then it switched to... You know, it slowly became more and more produce clerk shifts. And basically, when I went there, they do so many things differently. So when I went over there and did the stuff that I learned from the other location, they ended up, you know, I ended up getting complaints that I was doing this, I wasn't listening to whatever the, you know, the two girls in there were telling me. By the way, one of those girls was new. She's really sweet. She was really sweet. I felt so bad because at the very end of, like, when we were talking about, like, you know, quitting, it was both because of the other girl where I told her that I was getting complaints. She was like, well, I haven't been telling her those type of things. And meanwhile, I've never worked with that other girl except for one time, and that's when I got, like, a stern talking, like, the day after by one of the MITs. So, whatever the hell was going on in there, it was definitely because of what that girl was spouting. But yeah, no, me and the like, other new girl, like, quit like around the same time. I quit first. I hope she I hope she ended up quitting. Because no, that place is it's also a very toxic work environment. I didn't enjoy it at all. Sorry, I know you guys don't want me to join the stream to hear me yap about work. I just figured, you know, be good commentary. So, you know, what I've been up to. That's not like everything, but, you know, I'll leave it off at that until something else pops in my mind more about it. Or unless you guys want to keep hearing about it, which I don't think that's the case. Anywho. I was gonna say something, I already forgot, come on. Bro, that's insane. Do not place him on that. God damn it. Alright, get rid of that. I wanted to use the security gourd on the other turret, but okay. Fine. Screw you. Yeah, no, I wanted to get PvZ 1 working on stream. But the thing is, if any of you guys have tried streaming Plants vs. Zombies Game of the Year on OBS, it's apparently a really big problem. More so because it's a game that can only be streamed via, like, windowed mode. And even when you stream it on windowed mode, it's still a black screen unless you actually play windowed. And because of how small the window is for Game of the Year, I'm not playing like that. Because I wanted to do, like, other modded content in that game. Because I know a ton of, like, PvZ 1 mods that I think would be great in terms of, I place that electrocution in a really funny spot. By funny, I mean absolutely horrendous. No, but I know very, like, you know, niche mods I think, you know, you guys would enjoy. But, I don't know, I can't get it to work unless if I play windowed. And if I play windowed, that's another thing. If I play windowed, it comes out really, like, crushed in terms of quality. Which, again, is not a good viewing experience. So, whatever, right? Anyway, level 3, right? I believe so. Time to see what we got here. Oh, god damn it, no! These are, like... Both Celery Stalker and Cherry Bomb are so helpful here. Celery Stalker because of the turrets, because if there's any level with a turret, I can easily, like, just clear it out and, you know, get it on my side. However, Cherry Bomb is just an instant use, and probably one of my best at that. Okay, here's the thing. If I pick Celery Stalker, my early game is gonna be flawless. The only time I'll lose is in late game. And even then, I'm not gonna be struggling for late game for a while. So I'm gonna say Celery Stalker. Ooh, I hope that was a good choice because I can't go back. Alright, well. This probably means I can trade out one of these guys, like... We're not gonna have that big of a horde yet. Which makes me think, let's just take Electric Pea Shooter out for now. And otherwise, yeah, no, this looks great. Let's go. I have no clue what else I would want in terms of plants. If you guys see the thumbnail, when I played this last time, I had Peapod. And Peapod, not only is it a reliable single-target DPS, it's also very reliable in terms of early game. Because again, Celery Stalker and Potato Mine, they can't really hold it up on their own. So that's where, like, you know, Peapod comes in, because it's basically like just a teeny more expensive pea shooter. So put him right there. But yeah, no, slightly more expensive pea shooter in exchange for me being able to use it late game. You guys already know that. I'm sure. No, I didn't mean to put that there. I meant to put one back. Oh, frick it. Okay. Forget about it. Okay, it's still worked out anyway. I'm fumbling. Who cares? Alright, that's fine. We're still early enough in the game where I can make mistakes like that. However, later, that's not gonna be the case. By the time we get to level 9, I'll be struggling for a little bit after if I make a mistake like that. I would also like to put the Parowin a bit, like, you know, a tile further. I don't know what, like, everyone's opinion is on these new Crimson Front plants. Like, even stuff like Apple Mortar as well. I'll just consider a Crimson Front plant because it's literally in Crimson Front. He wouldn't have died anyway, I think. I would. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't know what everyone's thoughts of them are. But, like, Parowin is insane. This thing is just ranged blockily. Also, really like the design. I don't know, I think if this was a original PvZ 2 plant, definitely would be my favorite. However, that also brings up the, like, the question of if this was in the game. Modders would probably nerf the hell out of it. Because, here's the thing, if stuff like Parowin is this good, they have to do something with the Shadow Plants. If they're gonna even include the Shadow Plants at all, I'm stupid. If they're gonna include the Shadow Plants at all, that is. Because, I don't know, AltVerz has the option of... I know they never hinted at this before. Also, I'm sorry, my window's open. It's hot outside. My AC turned into a heater for some reason. So, it's off right now. Anyway, yeah, no, modern day. If it becomes, like... It will become a world, I don't know what I'm saying. The problem is that if you include the Shadow Plants, they need to be buffed significantly, because in this... I don't know, in this, like, playstyle where AltVerz is going for, like, a more PvZ1 style mode, I don't think the meta would really go well. Because, you know, PvZ 2, it's more fast-paced, right? So you're able to, like, you know, slowly build up the Shadow Plants at early game. But the thing is, I don't think they're gonna hold up late game. And, I don't know, in my opinion, there's no reason to use Nightshade powered. Like, because every single mod just, like, buffs it to, be, you know, do, you know, high single target DPS. But at that point, like, you get, like, 2 columns of Dust Squatters and you're basically done anyway. Not saying that Nightshade's bad powered, but still. Anyway, these are really terrible picks. I don't like any of these. I guess, like, Aloe? I don't know. I'm not really gonna struggle with that because I'm gonna be bringing intensive carrot anyway. Also, that's another thing. I've learned that intensive carrot is a beast when it comes to losing up heroin. Like, no matter if a backpack crushes it or if, like, a tank crushes it, if it gets burned, you still can revive it. Which is great. I'm glad that every single PvZ 2 mod ends up doing that. I just don't know why the base game doesn't change it. It desperately needs that change. What am I bringing in? Oh, I see. Infinite. I don't know why I picked that. I don't know. These guys are all pretty, like, high single target need. What am I saying? Just play the damn game. Okay. Oh man. No, this Zomboss track, probably my favorite in terms of like all the other ones. It used to be Frostbite Caves. This one took the cake. Something about the jazzy feel of this world, it has been really stuck out to me. And while we're on the topic of AltVerz, because that's the game I'm playing, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. I don't know if anyone's seen the video that popped up in their recommended about like someone beating the last level with only pea shooter as their primary attacker. Not only is that insane, and not only do I want to do that for myself, I've been thinking about it, and I have a feeling someone's gonna make a hard mode version of this mod, and then do that to you. They're gonna force you to use pea shooter in your lineup, and no other attacking plans. I don't know if Celery Soccer can take that guy out. Now would be an early enough time to check it out. No, you cannot. Okay. That's fine, we got an Apple Mortar. Also, I don't know how helpful Apple Mortar is gonna be in this world. Or, sorry, in this endless mode. In my experience, it's just way too expensive in order to get. But in my thought process for this round is if I can get some cheap, like, chain attacker, like maybe a lightning reed or something, I can work with that first, and then I can slowly make my way toward Apple Mortar. Because we will need a secondary attacker at some point, is what I've learned. We'll do this. Oink. Man, that Celery Soccer is not getting action done. Dude, he keeps popping out. Anyway, yeah, no, so you can revive him even if he was been crushed by that backpack. Oh boy. Grape Shot, really? It's basically Cherry Bomb, but I don't like it as much. I don't really know how to use Grape Shot in this mod. I don't get it. I'm sure it's like, maybe for like, I don't know, low health zombies. Maybe that's what it's for. Or maybe just like high single target. I've never really tried it for just one zombie. but I could imagine it might be good. Though, my only other options are lane directors. I'm not gonna spend 200 coins to reveal the card. I don't like playing that way. I get what I get. I don't throw a fit. Learned that in preschool. Speaking of throwing fits, hi Charlie! My dog just walked in. Hi buddy. How's it going? Yeah? Hey, you wanna say hi? Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, Charlie, I gotta go play, okay? Go have fun. Okay, fine. He keeps pushing my arm out of the way. Dude, I want to use the mouse. Okay, I'm playing with my left hand. I don't like the placement of these turrets. Okay, Charlie, seriously, I have to play. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay, so ice is probably the worst gimmick that I could have. Whenever ice pops up in this world, it knocks the Parowinds all over the place. Also, I should be putting down Celery Stalker immediately. But yeah, no, it knocks any plant that's far forward enough all over the place. By the time you get to, like, level, I want to say 15, I think column 3 or column 2 is the furthest you can plant without them getting bounced around. You should be able to live long enough. I should also be planting. Oh, that was enough. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we can use a security gourd. Security gourd is enough to take a turret, or... Well, yeah, I guess that is correct English. Is enough to take a turret. Just enough anyway. Please be enough, thanks. I didn't want to be left alone like that. Okay, let's do this. Oh, this is 2 flags. Alright, well, crap. This is a problem with Celery Stalker, though, is that I have to shovel them up later, so I can put Parowinds in front instead. That's not fun. Usually I wouldn't have to prioritize taking down the, what are they, paratroopers? I wouldn't have to prioritize taking them down. However, right now I'm forced to use Sky Shooter. So, oh well. I don't know if we're gonna get a Parowin in time. That guy. Oh, it looks like we won't need it. Okay, in that case, put an apple mortar down. We're doing okay. Doing A-okay. Though I'm not liking these paratroopers. This was a very unfortunate spot are very unfortunate level for where these are placed. I really hope the game doesn't continue putting them down there. I also hope the game would not force me to use either of these. I would like to use a different plant. Oh, is it gonna turn? Yeah, it's gonna turn. Okay, we're gonna have to... Oh boy, I don't know. You know what? If we did this, we can take down the tank and the turret. Okay. Got it back, baby. We have full point through 2, so this was a good level to get done. Okay. I don't know what else I could really talk about. I mean, I've gotten to work and everything. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about with work. Also, yeah, no, I live by a train, deal with it. That's what I was going to talk about with work. Right now, I'm on the job hunt again, after I quit. So, oh, hey, lightning raid. Also, pomegranate. I don't like it. I don't like pomegranate. Shoot. If I don't get cherry bomb again, I guess pomegranate. Anyway, I was gonna say, I am on the job hunt, and basically how I quit, it was kind of out of the blue. I put in my 2 weeks notice with the store manager, and she was very understanding, very sweet. Unfortunately, no one in the produce department knew how to be kind, so it was very jarring for me to hear that. But then the next day, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know, you work there for 4 months and then see how you like it. Also the fact that, like, it wasn't just the employees over there, it was, like, the customers too. I swear that side of town is just grouchy. Like, probably when it's Christmas, they, like, celebrate the Grinch. They, like, leave out... they put charcoal in their freaking fireplaces and then light it on fire just so Santa doesn't come down. Anyway, what was I doing here? I mean, this is a fine lineup. No apple mortar, but I don't really need apple mortar. I say as the 3 turrets are lined up perfectly for apple mortar. Okay, well, might as well put this guy down. Shoot. Okay. Here's a strat. Put Paragon down immediately. But yeah, no, that's also the reason why I started streaming again. It's just so I don't bore my mind. My mom has been very, like, on and offy, very, like, hesitant about, like, letting me work again. Because, okay, here's the thing. My mom, if you guys don't have... I don't know why I revived him. He just got crushed by the backpack again. Whatever. Great, now I'm not focusing. If you guys have an Indian, like, parent, which in that case is my mom, for me, you would know they're kind of, I don't know, protective. So she's been very hesitant about, like, letting me go back into working. Which I understand. She is my mom and everything, but, like, right after high school ended, I remember I went to, you know, go apply for jobs, and my mom walked in my room, like, after graduation, saw I was already applying, and she's like, "You're already applying?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm a young adult now." She's like, "You sure you don't want to take, like, a month or two off? Like, enjoy your summer break? That's probably gonna be your last one." I'm like, "Fine." And it was fine until I had that transfer. Oh well. It's whatevs. What was that? Charlie, did you hear that? Alright, whatever. Someone's got a clanky car. Probably drives like one of these things. Oh yeah, if you're new here. Sorry if I'm a bit random in advance. I will say random things. I will talk about random things. Not like not political things. That's the straw I do not cross. Politics scare me. Politics aren't fun. Like, I don't know, I mean... I'm not gonna get much into it, but when I go on the internet, that's the last thing I want to hear or talk about. Because, you know, if I'm on the internet, I want to be happy, I want to enjoy my time. But politics, that's not the case. You don't enjoy your time. Can we get rid of that? No, we can't. Oh shoot. The turret helped us. Let's go. But yeah, no, you don't... It's not fun. It's just like arguing, and I don't like arguing. Now, if it's something I care about, like this game, then hell yeah, I'll die on a hill for it. But like... Whatever. These youngins are too young to understand. Which is probably true. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see 5 years later when I become, like... become a Squidward. I almost have been. Or have become one. Let's really speed this up. It's almost 3 flags. Should also probably get water. Where's the gun? Thought I heard it. Yeah, no, we're silly goobers around here. Oh, not picking up my monies. I've done that a little bit closer. Maybe that second one would have been better. But yeah, no, here we go. Boom, I won. Haha, I win. Get it? Because I win. I'm sorry. Free big batch of money. What's up, Charles? He's giving me this look like, what'd I do? What'd I do to you? So what happened to my trash can? The trash can in my room is missing. My mom probably picked it up. I don't know where it is though. Might be outside. That's okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna choose a plant here, and I'm gonna get water. Okay, so here's the problem. Cabbage pulp sucks. Sling pea, I'm actually not too sure about, but is it Kiwi Kong that, I think it's Kiwi Kong that this mod calls monkey fruit. Way better name than monkey fruit, but still. Kiwi is like very, I don't know. I've learned the piercing is very not piercing and more so stack damage on a single target. Because if it hits one zombie, it's not going to hit the next zombie until that zombie dies. It will hit everything if they walk through the batons though, but that's the problem because they're stuck with the Parowinds. They're stuck in place with them, so it's not like they're moving forward. So I guess we can try Sling P out. We can try it, see if it works well. I don't remember in this mod if it does splash damage. I know in some mods it does. Alright, it's whatever. I'm gonna get water. Be right back, guys. Charlie, you wanna come with? Alright, chat, I'm back. I just realized there's something wrong with me. I don't know if you guys heard when I left the room, I said, "Excuse me." I said that to my chair. I'm going mad. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue playing. We're gonna try out Sling Pea. Again, I don't know how good this is gonna be as an option. Yeah, I put ice in it. I chew it. So what? Anywho, I don't know how good this is gonna be as an option, but it's worth trying now before I make a mistake bringing it later down the line, or I don't try it at all. I also... Okay, here's the thing I've noticed, right? I just thought about. Nurse Zombie will be a pain in the butt if I only use Sling P. I was planning on using 2 attackers anyway, but I wanted to see if I can use a stalling option like Sapling instead. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Like, if I go Sling P, it's not going to attack the little healing syringes. At least to my knowledge. I don't know if again, this has splash damage or not. So I'm gonna have to bring Sky Shooter. Though that also doesn't really leave much room for imagination here, because I can't... These are all really helpful. Because I want to bring in Pomegranate. I'm probably going to, which I am. Now that we got full plant food, though, we can start using it for our first, on our first sunflower. Alright, 1 flag level, that's good. I wonder how helpful Sling P is going to be as an early game attacker. I know it won't do well with the turrets, because literally everything attacks the turrets, even homing plants. So, we're gonna see. It looks like it just does as much damage as P-Shear, but it's got the DPS, or the firing speed of Cabbage Bolt, which isn't a problem in itself. I'm just a bit worried when, you know, maybe if we get to a point where Conehead becomes the first zombie. I don't know how realistic it's going to be using Sling P. It doesn't look like... Oh, wait. I saw it hitting the syringe for a moment, but she was like right on top of it. Also, this is another problem. They will throw them in front of themselves. And then they won't be attacked. So Sky Shooter for now is gonna have to be my secondary. So it looks like they don't do enough damage for the syringe to not overheal them. Unfortunate, really, but can't really do much about it right now. Damn, leave me alone, dude. These paratroopers are like stupid, and they will only get more stupid as time progresses. I don't know what happened to the third one. I saw that third seed just disappeared from my eyes. I'm not even putting down Parowinds, I totally forgot. That's okay. So Sling P is not going to be a good option. Okay, Sports Room. I wanted to talk to this about somebody for a while now. What? I wanted to talk about this to somebody for a while. There you go. It's correct English. I hate what mods do with Sports Room. like, okay, I don't give Eclipse credit enough where it's due. I don't like the level design of it, because it's basically just trial and error until you memorize the level and win. Or at least in most levels anyway. But I will say this, I think they did Sports Room right. I don't remember what, I think it was, I don't remember what beta was like, but, because it's been so long, but alpha, they made it so, you know, Sports Room shoots fast and does light damage. That's way better than Sports Room doing, you know, high damage and very slow, you know, firing speed. Because the problem with that is that you don't get as many chances for, you know, a zombie to turn into a Sports Room. It just does damage, and then it'd probably get prickled to death by a cactus or something. That's my only gripe with, like, Sports Room and any mod, is that it just isn't, it doesn't shoot fast enough in order for you to utilize the biggest potential of its mechanic. Otherwise, I think it could be a solid plant. It just, you know, ignored that way. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something as to the thought process of it, but whatever. I should probably put Sunflower as my first one, because I'm gonna screw up if I don't. Okay. So Sling P wasn't that useful, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of blah. I guess the extra stun is nice, but again, I have Parawind, and I'm not gonna trade it out. I guess I could do, you know, Dill Sergeant. No. Also, I just remembered, what this Apple Moy reminds me of. The design has been, like, make me think of it, like, forever now, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I don't remember what the animation's called, but there's this indie animation on YouTube. Where it's this guy with, like, it's this human, but he's got a beak or something, and he's like, I don't know how to explain it, but the commentary and the voice acting is ridiculous, and it's just a constant, like, it gives you no breaks. But his face reminds me exactly like that. I'm probably sounding like a crazy maniac because I can't remember it for the life of me. I'm sorry. Also, 3 flags again. It's very unfortunate for my Celery Stalker. I was planning to save that for the wedding. There's no wedding happening. Don't tell them. It's my excuse to leave work. Okay. Anywho. Alright, first wave. Not enjoying what I'm seeing. Because that was quite a few paratroopers that just kind of fell down. Again. And if I don't get a different plant soon, these backpacks are gonna just become too much, because no matter what, I'm not gonna be able to kill them. Shoot, I think I put that on top of the dead one. That's okay. I always say it's okay until it's not. This in anticipation. No, he moves slow enough. I could just put it on top of him first. Whatever. We're probably gonna lose this guy. This, that. Didn't click that in time. That's okay. We at least got one down. Here we go. We're gonna lose it. Yep. Alright, but he did die. That potato mine wasn't necessary. We'll just keep it there in case another paratrooper pops out. Speaking of another paratrooper, maybe a bit much. I didn't see that guy in the front area. Whoops. Alright, blow him up. Boom. Flaboosh, if you will. Nice. Man, I was like, dude, that Gargantuar that just came in is a bit taller. No, he's on the 4th lane. Oh, the seed zone. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. The seeds of the pomegranate don't replace the dead plant. I couldn't see my mouse cursor, so I didn't bother shuffling. That's alright. I am being a bit, like, wasteful with my plants. Like this, what did I do? Oh wait, okay, I thought he got crushed by the backpack again. That would have been the second time this stream I did that, where I revive him and he immediately gets crushed by a backpack. Get him out of the way. Oh no, Titus keeps sending me reels. If you guys remember Titus, actual nightmare to record with and be around with. No, I'm kidding. He's chill. Bro, alright, this guy ain't chill though. Screw you. Sorry, it's the last flag anyway, I don't care. I could have put that in a better position. Now I'm fumbling. Boom. No, it's so weird how, like, I remember seeing comments on the teaser of this mod for Crimson Front where, like, everyone's like, they're gonna add Gatling P, and then Reforged adds Gatling P. This mod doesn't, but they both have, you know, Gatling P and Sky Shooter, which are both shooting plants with an alternate ability that is manual. And I don't know, maybe it is a coincidence, but I know they're close for, like, you know, being the two big mods. Okay. Here's the thing. Any other world, I would love to have Ghost Pepper. However, unfortunately, with how this world has those mine placers, you know, the guys that place mines, Ghost Pepper just kind of blows up immediately, and the explosion damage isn't really something you use Ghost Pepper for, so I'm not interested. Now, what I could do is put a sunflower down to get rid of a mine on that tile, and then put Ghost Pepper down, but at that point, like, I don't know, we're gonna get to the point where I'm gonna have to continuously replace my sunflowers because of paratroopers. So it's a matter of... Bowling Bulb wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of crazy. Fire pea shooter is just gonna melt the ice, the ice benefit we get from any ice level. Because what we're trying to go for is a consistent, you know, strategy that will work for all weathers and all zombie types. And fortunately, with, you know, Bowling Bulb, we get that freedom. I think this is good. Though... What are the turrets looking like? No turrets. Okay. This is good because I've noticed Bowling Bulb doesn't really fare too well whenever there is a turret. It just doesn't really work with grid items in general. General. Alright, also one flag level, so we get to at least test it out. So this music, again, just a little loud. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, I want to stream more, I really do. It's just, you know, it's a chore pressing the button. It takes all the energy out of me. When I click the button, it's like I pay OBS like 25% of my current energy. Alright, that was sad. Alright, but this does mean get to try this out right now. And this is why I love you. This is why Bowling Bulb. For the win. Y'all saw that. Very helpful for the syringes. Now, if I could pay attention again, that would be awesome. Waboosh. Okay, there you go. Oh, that might be a bit too late. We'll see. We shall see. Now, because there's not as many zombies, I don't get the fullest potential with Bowling Bulb. Hi, Charlie. How's it going? You want to say hi for chat now? No? This is a little numbskull. Alright. Well, final wave. Wasn't too big in the first place, but... should be all good. Okay, wait, hold on. So anyone in the PvZ2, like, PvZ2 modding space, or, like, community, just, like, whether you play the mods or just watch videos or something on that, like, I'm curious, does anyone know about what the hell is happening with Shuttle? Like, Shuttle is doing some wacky stuff right now. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, Shuttle, the probably biggest and most infamous mod, at least for Chinese players, is they're making a world. They're making their own world, which isn't, you know, too out of the ordinary. They've already made several of their own worlds. Though it's an ordinary the way they the world they're making, because they're making a freaking GTA themed world. I kid you not, it's literally GTA themed. And they don't hide it either. They make sure you know. But all the plants you unlock in it, I don't know if they have anything to do with GTA. I've never played it. I was more of a Minecraft kid on my Xbox 360. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but it's true. Otherwise, it would sound a lot more raunchy. See, I want one of the piercing options here, even though I have bowling bulb. I'm gonna take Bloomerang. I know Lightning Reed's cheaper, and I'm kind of struggling with Sun right now. But 200 isn't that bad. Plus, again, I'm not really gonna take it anyway. I'm gonna use bowling bulb. Also, especially with the early paratroopers, Lightning Reed's not gonna do crap. I'm not going to take it anyway because it's not going to do anything in the later waves either. Okay, well, we'll try this again, I guess. I'm sorry I keep, like, looking at the choose your seed selection for so long, but I'm like, you know, I've usually gotten better luck with obtaining plants. I don't know what I'm really looking for here. But I don't think Sky Shooter's gonna hold up that well. I'm not gonna be able to put Apple Mortar down. And that's where, like, you know, later in the waves. I can do it now, easily, but unfortunately when we get to like level 20, it's kind of, we need to lock in our picks. Unless we just get something objectively better, which doesn't really happen in modding. Because everything's so balanced, they have to be so good at balancing. Okay, we can probably let those imps go. So they're just gonna blow up at column 4. Alright, okay. Everything's locking in now. I'm locked in, even. Like, do you hear it in my voice? I'm so locked in. So locked in. But yeah, no, okay. So, ice. Big issue for us, because I don't know how... I know Bowling Bolt doesn't really do too well against grid items when there's zombies already there. But they've already increased Bowling Bolt's damage anyway, so... really shouldn't be that bad. I don't need like a universal piercer like Laser Beam or anything. In fact, I think they lowered Laser Beam's damage, didn't they? Or is it just the sun cost that they increased? Either way, like, the sun costs for 300. I tried it on Ancient Egypt, it didn't really... It worked a little. I don't know if I'm gonna do that ever again, though. Alright, let me reiterate. It was effective. I'll give it that. Not effective enough, though, for my liking. Did you see that? He just one-tapped this celery stalker just by stepping on it. Oh yeah, back to the modding scene. I wanted to talk to this about somebody for the longest time now, but I don't know if anyone knows the streamer. I don't know if I believe it's Sea-Dog, yeah. I know both. Ooh. sorry. I got a notification. No, but I know both, Iron Mouse and Connor played it recently. And I don't know if anyone's been... I don't know if anyone's been, paying attention to any of like the posts happening in the PvZ space recently, but everyone is saying that Connor has biblical greed because he has like 3 columns of sunflowers. And I don't know, I mean, as someone who's been playing this game for, 10 years, over 10 years, I want to say, it's not that crazy, but it's funny how people are like poking and prodding him about it. Like, in fact, if he plays, I know he is going to play a mod. That's why I brought this up. I'm trying to look through my bitrate here. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where to find it, though. Damn it. Okay, give me a second here. But yeah, no, I bring it up because it sounded like after he completed the normal PvZ, he was gonna play... He was hinting at playing Gardenless. I don't know if he's doing that yet, but I really hope he doesn't. Not that I think it's a bad mod. It's a pretty solid mod, but in terms of... sorry, fan game. Fan game, there's a difference. Let's see, folks. Okay. It's in here. I don't see advanced. Nah, whatever. If you guys don't mind the bitrate right now, that's great because oh wait, no, it is on advanced. What the heck? To see separate streaming recording tabs where you can put your... Did they change it? I don't see it anymore. They might have changed it. Alright, whatever. I'll look around after stream. See if I can fix what this bitrate is. Because clearly I do not remember... I do not remember typing in this value. It's a bit large. I don't even know how long we've been streaming for. Oh, just an hour. Okay, yeah, no, we can keep going. But anyway, yeah, no, I was gonna say, oh my god. Screw it, this is like an only option here. I should have just taken the bacon, just so we can clear that out. Oh god, voice crack. No, I was gonna say, because regardless, it's not a bad fan game. It's just not very beginner friendly. Okay, so all the levels are like PvZ 2, but they're not. Because some of them, you know, they have to make their own levels because some, for whatever reason, PvZ 2 developers just got lazy and didn't stop doing expansions halfway through for the worlds. So they use the PvZ 2 worlds and all the PvZ 2 levels that they have, but then they have to add their own for the expansions, which, you know, can be very hit or miss. And by that, I mean, they can be, like, very good and well-designed, or they can be terrible and you'll get stuck on a level for a couple hours. And that mainly comes down to the fact that they added the levels, like, the levels that are in, you know, PvZ 2 originally, especially the conveyor ones, are much harder because the conveyor goes slower. And that's already unfun in itself, but until you take in the fact that they didn't adjust to that, and now you just have the same level but a slower conveyor, and the game expects you to have a fast conveyor, it's not really the best designed mod. Fan game. And again, I know that really just comes down to the fact that it's like... Excuse me. That it comes down to, like it being a Chinese mod. And like the, you know, the PvZ community in China is just very, they want things to be more difficult, which totally understandable. I find those really fun for PvZ 1 mods. But when you take a fan game like Gardenless, and then you have like, you advertise it as a PC port to the original game with your own flair, it sounds like it should be a little bit more, I don't know, friendly to beginners. Like there was a level that, I'm sure this wasn't the way you had to play it, but it was, I think it's the first level where you, to unlock Plantern, basically with a ton of all-stars, and you just have to spam parental walnuts in the back so you can, you know, keep them over, but you also have the Plantern on the minecart, which is endangered, so you can't lose it. And you have to weave it through the volley of all-stars that are coming at you. The thing is, the level is way too fast, and the zombies are way too jumbled up together, that I said screw it, and I ended up beating the level via cheating. And by that, I mean I never used power-ups in that mod. I've never turned cheat mode on ever since I had to turn it off initially. Because for some reason that starts you off on that. But yeah, no, I ended up cheating by... So I'm trying to pay attention while I have these things. There you go. I cheated by putting the primal walnuts in front and just spamming them there until the very end of the level, which was very slow and not the intended method, I'm sure. But I can't imagine that being humanly possible unless you play that level for 10 hours and memorize every single... Okay, no, that was the issue. The reason why the level was so difficult was because it decided that it wasn't hard enough after the volley of all-stars. It would occasionally just make the all-stars come out from the ground, which is dumb. I don't need to say it for anybody. That's just stupid. Because it gives you like 2 seconds to even like, if that, to even like know what the heck you're supposed to do. And it happens multiple times throughout the level, more often than it should anyway. Not to mention that I think it's like a 3 flag level, and you got yourself terrible level design. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Connor. If he plays that mod, it's gonna be rough. And I fear that, because he seems to really enjoy, you know, or want to get into the modding space for the game. And if he enjoys the game so much, I don't want him to be lured away. Because we already had people who've been lured away from the PvZ community. Because, you know, everyone's so, like, strong-minded with this, with, like, mods and everything. But at the same time, they're also, like... Sorry, let me reiterate. They're not strong-minded about mods, they're strong-minded about what's in the mods. Like Zach Scott Games, for example, he's been playing Reforce, right? Which was already insane in itself. But at some point, people just stopped giving him tips and started, like, calling him, like, really crap at the game. Luckily, he's still playing the game. I'm glad he is. Because he's been doing a PvZ 2 series for the longest time now. Like, it's been on YouTube for over 10 years. At this point, he's probably seen all the criticism in the world, but, like... At this point, it feels bad. It feels like bullying. I just don't want that to happen to, like, you know, anyone else. Because one person's already enough. And there's probably been other people. What the hell? Hey, TLC! I hate you. How did you open? I already forgot where I was. Oh, I was just finishing up my thought, that's right. What the hell's wrong? I don't know if it popped up. I don't think it popped up on the stream, but there was a TLC pop-up that just randomly appeared from BlueStacks. Alright, another Zombotany track level. This should be fun. Oh boy. I guess, like... These are all kind of poop options. They're all poo-poo. Crocus. Yeah, Crocus. No Gargantuars and no tanks. I don't think I need to bring it. Because I did want to try it. Maybe if there's Gargantuars, then I can take in Crocus and we'll see. We'll just alternate between Vincent. But I am realizing Celery Stalker was the right choice over Cherry Bomb, which is not a common sentence. What are turrets looking like? Alright, none. We're good. Dude, Whisper Jazz is freaking insane for making this. Oh, this is fun. I like nerding out just to myself. And then the other person that might occasionally join. To the average viewer, I look like a crazy person. And they're probably right, because they're the average person, which means they're smart. No, they're not. They're so kidding. We like to joke around here. Can you stop putting ice down? Bro. You need to chill out. I'm sorry. Oh, whatever. Yeah, no, this is the problem with Bowling Bolt. It's not really consistent damage when it comes to that item. I know I keep saying that. But it's just very apparent here when there's like 5 columns of just ice. We have a celery socket? Yes. Thanks. Alright, we'll keep the potato mine there. Maybe a... What? Maybe a paratrooper would, fall down on that. I'll laugh when it happens. Alright, a bit worrying on the top line. Okay, we're good. Ew, that looks weird. I'm not used to seeing a different angle from the landmine. Though I'm not too sure what else it would look like. Okay, let's speed up a little. We should be okay. I don't feel okay anymore. Can you kill him? Is that possible? I'm just gonna have to do this. I didn't want to do it now, but... Ugh, that's not a happy spot. Put that in. Okay, but the ice is going down. Always good to see. This level is a little rough, though. Alright, that's not fun. Ooh, that was a really good plant food. Did you see that? He put down a landmine after he died. No, I'm calling the referee on that one. This dude is hacking. Nah, I don't care that much. I'll put this down, I guess. Holy crap, why did that... Did it blow up my... No. It did not blow up my bomb grenade before it could blow up. What happened to the seeds? So that's a lot of landmine guys in the same lane. There's like 3 of them in there. Now 1. Now none. just don't intensify it. It's not like it matters anyway, but still. I really need to call out my mistakes before I actually do that, like, later down the line. Even if it just does go through one ear and out the other. I do want to take a walk soon as well. I'm like, I get bored. I'm only human. I'm not saying I'm bored of streaming, I'm just saying, like, I need fresh air. Even my window's open, I need fresh air. Okay. Fire pea shooter, no. Here's the thing, I never really play with Blooming Heart. I don't know if anyone knows if Blooming Heart's good. In most mods I've played with, she's just okay because for whatever reason, PopCap decided to add a damage cap for how high her damage can go. Which in my opinion is really dumb. Because the entire point of that plan is to, you know, do excessive damage, or like exponential, right? Maybe not exponential, maybe linear, but still. If you give it a damage cap, there's no point, because at that point you're just gonna... Like, I don't know how high the damage goes, but it's not gonna be worth it. I don't know if mods, like, get rid of the damage cap either. But that's why it's so, like, forgotten upon. Either way, it wouldn't be a bad early game. And it is probably my best bet. Though it is a bit slow. Okay, we'll take Fire Pea Shooter. I don't really want to. Because here's the thing, because I want a good single target, and he is a good I don't know if you guys care about the plant's genders. She is a very... I just say he because, like, you know, it's just not universal, but everyone's like, oh, it's he, this, that. Sorry. She is a very good single target. Problem is the cost. Which I'm not gonna put down a lot anyway. I think I just need one row of them, or one column, and I'll be fine. I just wish it was Peapod as the thing. Ew, did you guys hear that horn? Right, right. Whatever. So this looks fine. I'm trading out Pomegranate, but I don't really like Pomegranate anyway. Especially if the freaking landmine guys can just blow it up like it did last round. Let's do this thing. We'll try it. I also would prefer, like, electricity or chili bean over potato mine. More so chili bean for obvious reasons, but, like... And no, the obvious reason is not because farts are funny. Sort of. No, Jesus, these trains are so excessive today. It's like the third one in the past hour. However, if we do have Fire Pea Shooter now, it's gonna take a while for us to get, you know, it's gonna take us a while to get that much sun. So I could probably start planting them in, or planting my sunflowers in lane 1 and then dig them up after. Because I don't think I'll need to plant Bowling Bulb too early on. It's not really that necessary until later in the level. So I don't know what I'm doing with my celery stalkers. I usually like putting them in, you know, that 7th column right there. But yeah, no, Fire Pea Shooter should be enough to take down these syringes pretty easily. So long as the area in front of her is cleared up. And we got group damage from Bowling Bulb. I don't know if Celery Stalker is going to be enough to take this guy down. It doesn't look like it. That is an unfortunate part about Security Board, even though it's a really good instant, is that I have to wait for it to get done with its attacks before I can put it down there. Watch this is really funny. There you go. Good content. Alright, another Fire Pea Shooter, let's go. He shoots pea. He shoots pea. God damn it. Yeah, this guy. Okay. Alright, we're not doing too bad. I think our results will be a lot more apparent if I chose, you know, if they give me a, what is it? Some tier 3s and tier 4 armored zombies. Also, I'm debating, because I don't know if Gold Leaf is going to be that useful. I tried it in several other endlesses, and it's great. It's actually probably your best secondary sun producer. Unless it's a 1 fly level, and I can't really tell in endless mode. I'm surprised this is our first few tanks. I did not mean to do that. You guys just saw an ad. Did you guys like the ad? I'm sure you guys saw an ad. Did you guys like it? No, Okay, well. Level 30. Repeater. And Pumpkin. I don't know. I mean, what do we got? What were we playing with? It was... Yeah, it was... Fire Pea Shooter. See, what makes Fire Pea Shooter such crazy single target DPS is the firing speed. And the P's already do, you know, as much as Repeater would, plus critical damage. And even though Repeater's cheaper, it does the same amount of DPS as Sky Shooter, which there's only like 50 more. Plus I get the alternate ability, so there's no point picking it on it. Now, Pumpkin, on the other hand, second defensive plant, I'm not going to care for. Now, let me tell you why. Paratroopers instantly will kill it. So will the imps that get thrown into the fourth column by Gargantuars. I don't know why I'm choosing it. Okay, but we do have buckheads in this level, so we will get to see how well Fire Shooter at least handles against those. There are 2 more grades of armor, though, that I'm a bit worried for. Now, Dill Sergeant would be really awesome for Fire Shooter. Can't really utilize it, though, because I don't have a way to get more sun. That's the thing I'm starting to realize. There's not really a way to get a lot of sun other than normal sunflower. If I got Imitator, I could imitate sunflower, but that's more just better in like PvZ 1 Endless, just because, you know, it keeps your strategy. Or it keeps whatever you've got on the lawn. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take Potato Mine and then hope we get, again, Chili Bean or Electricity. Hopefully Chili Bean. Okay, if I get rid of this turret, you can deal with the one in front of it. Also, yeah, no, column 1, that's right. Put sunflowers in column 1 now. It's my more methodical early game. That's real nice. Also, this would be a good time to test Fire Shooter here, because now there's ice. I don't remember if ice or fire does deal double damage to the ice in this world. I think I remember hearing something about it, but I could be misremembering it for another thing. Gonna be... Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Just a little bit of munchies, that's all. It seems to be okay with the bucket with the bucket head. Probably get rid of this so I can do some target. We're gonna need to protect these turrets as well, because if I lose one, suddenly things go south quick. It's such a dangerous mechanic. It's fun when they're in levels, but at the same time, really stressful. This does also give me used to use intensive carrot on other things as well. Now that I'm using Fire Shooter, because because I could lose it to the turrets technically if I manage to let them get that far anyway. Okay, now is probably a good time for bowling ball. Hey Train, I'm playing a game right now. You know that? Silly Train. That Train will never understand. He's probably never played a game before in his life. Well, on life. Probably want to put a heroine on the bottom there. Alright, speed up a bit. Ice doesn't seem to be too bad this time. I'm just a bit disappointed I don't get to utilize the ice mechanic to its fullest, considering I'm using fire. Then again, I shouldn't be reliant on it anyway, but it's more so the fact that it's helpful to have. Now, here's another thing, because I'm wondering if Torchwood is going to be of any use here. Because Fire Pea Shooter does do splash damage, and that's because of the Fire Peas. If I took if I took Sky Shooter and then used the Torchwood, I don't know how effective it's going to be. Because Torchwood does take a bit of setup to get. Get going. However, now that I know where the most optimal spot to put your plants is, I shouldn't have too much of a problem keeping them alive. That's another thing though, is that I can only really go up to column 3 without issues. And even then, the paratroopers do land on the back there. Daisy Chain. Ooh, I like Daisy Chain. I guess it's really my best option here. Because I use Bowling Ball because it's effective, cheap piercing. I don't need Laser Beam. Laser Beam. Alright, I know that Almanac is going to replace these zombies. Just fine, they're easy zombies anyway, but... I was gonna look at Daisy Chain stats. 350, okay. That's... oh wait, no, that's the... my bad. Okay, so... there's like 66 damage at its 3rd tier. Which isn't that much more than Repeater's, like 3 Ps and then some. Cause maybe I could use this instead of Fire Pea Shooter. Attack cooldown is 1.3. Train, oh my god. But then Fire Pea Shooter is 0.9. It's still faster than a Repeater, though. Oh, that's another thing. A Sky Shooter doesn't get eaten, it flies away. So if I used it, it could still be dangerous, but even then, again, if I am letting zombies get that close, I probably... probably gonna die anyway. Okay, tell you what. We'll, play this level out. If it's short, we'll play another. And then I'm gonna go fix the bitrate thing, and then I'm gonna take a walk. So, yeah. I'm not too sure... Did you guys hear that? Well, that child needs to calm down. Daisy chain. Okay, so... We're gonna replace this with fire pea shooter. See if it's helpful. Because I'd rather... Okay, yeah, no, these are much more interesting zombies than just Buckethead. My stomach's rumbling for my tummy tumbling. In other words, I'm hungry. It also helps that daisy chain's a bit cheaper. Okay, take this and shoot. What are I taking it? God damn, okay, there. Yeah, no, this is good. And again, we can start in column 1 this time, because got some pretty expensive options here. By that, I just mean daisy chain is semi-expensive. Okay. It's a 3-foot flag level, so this is going to be the last level we do for the day. And then maybe tomorrow I can come back to this, and then we can play until I die, because I know I'm not getting past 30. If you guys saw, that was my streak, my highest streak on AltVerz Endless. They definitely made Endless a lot more threatening in this. I'll give them that. I don't think that's gonna be enough. What do you know? Okay, I can let those imps pass by. I can't really, because that's a Layer Stalker's gonna... Yeah, that's whatever. Okay, let's get these daisy chains down. Probably security cord there. Did you guys hear that? Someone like threw a ball at my house. Hey, get out of here, kid. Okay, when we get all our daisy chains down, I'll start working on rolling bulbs. Luckily, the paratroopers and the nurse zombies are helping me get enough shots in to upgrade these guys. I did that a bit late. I don't know how much damage we're gonna get through with that guy. Put the tail mine there. I shouldn't have done that in the first place, actually. Oh, okay, Celery Stalker's kind of clutching up. Hold on. Let him cook. I have a feeling this is doing a lot better than Fire Pea Shooter was. Especially when we get to tier 3, like this stun is insane. it might also mean that I don't need heroin. And I can switch it out for something else. Heroin is very consistent and stunning, though. And it is my favorite plant, so I don't know if I should let my bias get in the way of that. Okay, here we go. Wow, holy crap, dude. Blink Bulb and Daisy Chain. Crazy combo. Whatever. There we go. Like, we're doing so well. I could put a second column of heroines if I really want. Hello? Oh, she put down a freaking... Screw you. Put down a healing syringe. Yeah, no, I think I should keep heroin and Daisy Chain. It just means Daisy Chain gets more opportunities to stun the other zombies. What just happened? Okay. I didn't want to deal with you anyway, but... And you stunned the tanks? Wow, okay. My heroin, yo. Nice. Alright, well... Oh my god! Wait, whoa. Ooh, these are some good options. Oh, okay, our luck is finally turning around. Unfortunately, I did say that would be the... Oh my god, why am I so belchy today? I did say this would be the last level. So we gotta pick for next time. And it's between... It's between Sunbeam and Cherry Bomb. Because while I like Snow Pea, the problem with Snow Pea is the fact that it doesn't really do well with grid items. I have guys now who, you know, just stomp grid items. Except for Bowling Bulb, sort of. That's also just because of weird mechanics. And if I took Cherry Bomb, I wouldn't have to worry about them, like, at all. They wouldn't be a thing anymore. Nothing would be a thing anymore. But Sunbeam also means I get more sun in the early game. If I can get a bucket head early on, anyway. Then, again... I think I have something that could that Cherry Bomb could replace. I don't know if I have something that I could use or I could replace with Sunbeam. Because again, I'm still looking for Chili Bean, right? We're still looking for a Chili Bean. Or, you know, electricity. So let me look at the lineup real quick. We take this, that. Oh, Charlie's leaving the room. And this. I don't have heroin. And I want intensive care because it ensures that I don't have to worry about Sun in the late game. Security Gourd is good. Maybe that's what I could replace with instead of Security Gourd, or Cherry Bomb can replace. You can replace Security Gourd. I only have a couple issues with that though, and that's with the Gargantuars and the tanks. Especially the tanks. The tanks are awful if you don't have Security Gourd. And it's not like I need Cherry Bomb either. But I think in very late levels, where, you know, the horde gets thicker, yeah, if the in very late levels where the horde gets thicker, it's gonna get to the point where several lanes are gonna be in trouble, and that's when I need Cherry Bomb. But no, for like 15 levels that we played through today, this was really good. Like, look at our setup right now. We have like pretty much covered all our bases up to this point. Again, I could trade out Heroin for something, because I already have Daisy Chain. But the reason why I don't want to do that is because I like having all the stun. Because it's very consistent stun. And especially if there's wind involved in the level, you can just kind of negate it. Daisy Chain can't do that consistently, while Parawind can, but the thing is that it also helps with, like, early game turrets. Because if there's a turret and I put down a Celery Stalker, and, I don't know, some zombie goes into a different lane and it's still on, the Celery Stalker's still on recharge, you can put the Parawind down and it's fine. Now, I could also put a Walnut down, but at that point, why bring it if I can't use that as well late game as I can Parawind? Anyway, we'll talk about this tomorrow, or whenever I decide to stream next. Because we got progress done. I want to, you know, do other things in my day other than play PvZ, as fun as that sounds. I have to fix the bitrate issue, because our bitrate's kind of blah right now. From what YouTube is telling me. And I can clearly see that in the from my phone. If my phone tells me that the quality is this bad and it looks this bad, actually, at least on my phone it doesn't look that bad. I sure hope everyone else has been watching on their phone. I have a feeling that's not the case, though. Anyway, okay, we're gonna leave this off here, I guess. This was fun. Thanks for joining everyone who did. Even though I could tell some of you guys bounced back here and there. That's okay, I enjoy doing this, even if it's just by myself, it's fun. But, yeah, no, I'm gonna go take a walk now, and I don't know. I'll figure something out. Anyway, see you guys.